Hi, in this video, we're going to give you a quick history and background of the tabletop exercise and its underlying framework utilizing the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment, or SISE, which is operated by the All Hazards Consortium. So in 2005, the consortium was formed by a group of states on the East Coast and the private sector after 9/11. In 2012, Superstorm Sandy struck the East Coast and immediately had the private sector and states working together under the consortium through its work groups to help coordinate operationally on a number of fronts like transportation, housing, power restoration, and a number of other use cases. In 2013, the Fleet Response Working Group was formed by industry. Primarily led by the electric sector, it included a number of sectors including comms and fuel, retail, lodging, and so forth. In 2015, the SISE was formed as part of a grant from DHS Science and Technology. This funding provided the exploration of how can we make email and documents more secure as we share them across multiple sectors and states to support power restoration. In 2016, DHS continued to support the SISE legal and technical framework, which was formalized through another grant, which allowed it to bring together data and technology along with a process that provided the framework for the SISE to go operational. In 2017, Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Maria struck the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico and the United States, and immediately put the SISE into a position of sharing information to expedite power restoration, not just within the continental U.S., but also on the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. In 2018, government and industry formalized their partnership under the SISE through legal agreement and the establishment of a new working group called the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment, or SISE Working Group. In 2019, funding was provided for a major Esri GIS system deployment during COVID-19, provided the foundation to develop the first fleet movement app, which brought together data from a number of sources to help power restoration and supply chain movements across the United States. In 2020, SISENet was officially launched to support hurricane season to begin linking operations centers in government at the state level as well as in industry. There were a lot of issues with that, so the states and industry decided to conduct an exercise, a cross-sector exercise focused on hurricane as a scenario and what key roadblocks existed that needed to be addressed. From that first exercise came some recommendations. The next year, the second cross-sector exercise was conducted. This took the recommendations from 2021 and actually implemented them in 2022. Some of those were a universal text chain that we could immediately connect states with each other and with industry to resolve operational issues outside of email. A single place to house information and data and so forth that's not typically shared, but could provide a central location. And there were a number of other recommendations as well. And then lastly is the third annual exercise. In this exercise, they will be tweaking some of the technology that was developed inside the 2022 exercise recommendations, but also adding some new technology and components. And as always, educating a number of new players, new observers from industry and government in the process. The whole purpose of the exercise is really to synchronize situational awareness and operational information sharing on 6 key areas, because they're the most common areas that were identified in the last 2 exercises. 3 prior to landfall and 3 after landfall, which you'll learn about in the next video.